Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome. My name is John Pavao, and I have the honor of being the Americans with Disability Act Coordinator for Montana State Government. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us this morning as we celebrate the ribbon cutting of our brand new wheelchair charging station. Joel Peden from the Montana Independent Living Project reached out to me a few months ago about the possibility of installing a wheelchair charging station here in the Capitol. And again, the reason we're here to celebrate today is we're fortunate to be one of two states across the country that actually has one of these wheelchair charging stations in their Capitol building. Through the tireless efforts of divisions across the Department of Administration, the legislative branch, and through the support of our director, Department of Administration, John Lewis, and Governor Steve Bullock, as I said, Montana is one of two states. There's the original state, which was Oregon, where the developer of this wheelchair charging station is actually living in the state of Ohio. So it's exciting for me as the ADA coordinator to be a part of this event, to know that when individuals with disabilities or wheelchairs come into the state capitol building, they don't have to fear the possibility of their wheelchair running out of power. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our General Services Division for their ongoing commitment and tireless efforts in promoting accessibility for people with disabilities across state government, particularly here in the Capitol complex. All you have to do is look around and you'll see the new curb cuts, you'll see the crosswalks, you'll see the parking spaces now on the front side and the back side of the Capitol building. The General Services Division has been extremely responsive, and I appreciate their commitment and their support. On any given day during the session, you may see as many as 12 people with wheelchairs in the Capitol building. And the charging station further demonstrates Governor Bullock's commitment to promoting the full inclusion of people with disabilities in the Capitol and throughout the Capitol complex. With that said, please join me in welcoming Governor Steve Bullock to say a few words.
Thanks, John, and thank all of you for gathering here today. We know that over 3 million Americans use a wheelchair or a scooter for mobility, yet many people with disabilities still encounter challenges and barriers to access in all aspects of daily living. That's why over the past 3 years, as John noted, that we've been working to make our Capitol complex much more ADA accessible and open to the public so that all citizens are able to enjoy equal access to Montana state government. That includes improving the sidewalks, accessible parking, curb cuts, and signage. The Capitol Square now has twice the number of spaces required for accessible parking, and for the first time, we have accessible parking spaces at all public access points to the building. And now today we celebrate this charging station, giving wheelchair users a much needed option if they run low on battery. The average distance of a charged battery is 20 miles a day, but that also declines over time with continued usage. And don't kid yourself, someone could easily travel 20 miles in this building just trying to track down legislators on a daily basis. The unit's wall mounted and plugs into a standard electrical outlet. It accommodates both wheelchairs and scooters and has a USB port. Significantly, we're just the third state capitol building to install such a unit. And my understanding is this is the first charging unit installed in our entire state. As we enter the 29th year of the Americans with Disabilities Act, it's my hope that other states will join us in making their capitol buildings more inclusive by including a charging station. I would particularly like to thank Joel Peden with the Montana Independent Living Project for bringing forth this idea, and John Pavao, State ADA Coordinator, as well as the whole General Services crew for turning this idea into reality. It's because of the efforts of advocates like Joel and organizations across the state that we can uphold the fundamental right for all people to be able to fully interact in our public spaces. In addition to cutting this ribbon today, let's also today reaffirm our commitment to the principles of equality and inclusion through the full implementation of the ADA, recognizing both all that we've done, but what we still must continue to do for more inclusive policies and access for all Montanans. Thanks so much for joining me today. Who's cutting?
Probably Joel.
Joel.
Probably Joel.
Wherever you want, and I think you should operate the magic scissors. Yeah.